Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are going to do story time. So I wanted to share a particular story that happened this weekend with a client that was very disheartened because they've been dealing with a different realtor and they were just heartbroken left and right. And when they called me, I explained it is not probably the realtor's fault. It's the market the way it is, that they're losing bids and, losing homes, and they've made so many offers and it's just had a terrible experience. But they explained that it wasn't just for that reason. It was because the realtor wasn't available all the time, didn't answer calls or questions, when they needed that and things like that. So let me start by saying it is a tough market out there. It is very heartbreaking when clients make offers on homes and they don't get it. So I wanted to share today 3 or 4 things that you could do to win bids in this market. We started when my clients, the new clients call me, we started with a game plan of going to look at homes over the weekend. So we saw 8 homes on Saturday, and I think it was 4 or 5 on Sunday. And they were desperate to find something because they've been looking for so long. But on Saturday when we went to at least 4 homes that had open houses, that had over 10 couples looking at homes. And it felt so weird to be there with other people looking at the same home, to make offers, taking notes, making their comments. Because those homes already had over 10 offers, and then there were 10 other families looking. So that's going to be 20 offers or 15 offers on those particular homes. So brings me back to my point. There are things that you can do to win bids, and this is what we did. On Sunday, we went back out because they didn't like any of the previous 8 homes. We found the home that they love, and we made an offer. Now, the number one thing that I did was call the agent to find out where we needed to be, to kind of gauge it. Because as an agent, we cannot say you have to be at this price or above this price or below this price, or you have to, you can't give numbers. But what I wanted to do is ask if I need to be north of a certain price. So, I threw my client's offer number. I said, my client wants to come in at this. Do I need to be north of that? And she can say yes or no, or he or she can say yes or no. It's kind of like guidance. It's not particularly a number per se, but to guide me to where I need to advise my clients to be if they want to have a competitive offer. Number 2 thing, once I talked to my clients about, the offer amount, I suggested that we do an escalation clause, which gives them an extra edge. The escalation clause can be $500 or $1,000 or $1,500 above the highest bidder up to a certain amount. So we went an additional $20,000 above what they offer with an escalation clause, not the $20,000 at the beginning, but, this amount and then the escalating up to this amount because they really wanted this home. So number 3, we reduced the inspection period to 3 days because I have an amazing group or team that can, do those right away. And the seller want to know that they have a solid deal as soon as possible. So that gives you a competitive advantage when you can shorten your inspection period. We put high EMD, which is the earnest money deposit, show a much higher pre-qual. Basically, that shows the seller that they qualify for more. And we're flexible on closing day. But the biggest thing here, when I talked to the listing agent, I said, my client want to do a VA loan just to use their VA benefits, because there are a lot of VA benefits, of course, and if you serve our military, you deserve to use, or have those benefits. But because the market being the way it is extremely competitive, and VA loans are viewed as more of a liability because there could be potential issues with appraisal and things like that. So the one thing that we did, and I spelled it out in the actual contract, is that the buyer was flexible to switch from VA 2 conventional loan, and the prequel that I sent was 1 for conventional and 1 for VA. So the listing agent knew they qualify for both. And then another thing that I did to, make sure that my client had a competitive edge is waive the appraisal contingency. Now, you can only do this if you have the cash to back it up. Now, as a realtor, I pull comps before I advise anybody to waive appraisal. I pull comps to make sure that the house is going to appraise. But if the house is coming in this low and your offer is right here, you have to be prepared to come out of pocket that much or even more, because sometimes the appraisals are coming in low because of the market that we're in. And those are the things that you can do as a buyer, or tell your realtor if you have a realtor to put in your offer to give you a more of an edge. Of course, you can write a letter, compelling story, all of that helps. But in this market, just think smart, and if you really want a home, there are things that you can do to get it. As always, thank you again for watching. If you have any questions, you know where to reach me. My number is 813-323-6241. Talk to you soon.